Welcome back to the Hockey Show, and today I'm talking about the NHL trade deadline winners. It is the day after the NHL trade deadline, which was Friday, so that makes today Saturday. Good job, we're all winners here, except the other teams that will be on the whiteboard over there. So, right now I'm going to be looking at the winners here, and that kind of explains itself, so let's jump right into it. So, the New York Rangers. Now, these are not in any particular rankings, I just put them on the board, so I'm not saying they're the number one winner. So, the New York Rangers are a huge winner in this NHL trade deadline. Patrick Kane and Vladimir Tarasenko. Not only are they bringing on Vladimir Tarasenko, who immediately scored a goal in his game. I think he scored 2 or 3 now. He's doing fantastic with the team, and I'm not surprised. Tarasenko just fits the New York atmosphere. His name looks perfect on a jersey. He looks good in the jersey. He fits New York City. I think he shows it with his production that he's already doing there. And not only does he go there, New York's bolstering their top 6, but then they bring on Patrick Kane, a iconic legend who hasn't done anything yet with the team. The Ottawa Senators spoiled his debut with the team as they beat them. I think it was 4-3, and he didn't get any points on the board. But Patrick Kane, regardless, nonetheless, he's going to get a chance in the playoffs, at least for this final, at least have one more final run in the NHL playoffs this year. And I think they've got a pretty good chance of winning the Stanley Cup, because this team, the New York Rangers, have done such a good job at this trade deadline. This is what the trade deadline is for already playoff teams just making themselves overpowered. And that is what the New York Rangers have done. They were already good offensively, but now they are freaking super powered when it comes to offense with Patrick Kane and Tarasenko. So great job by the New York Rangers. Not only did they do that, but they also make their fans happy and make just the NHL crowd excited and interested in the team. So it's good on an on-ice perspective and a PR perspective. Excuse me. So, great, huge win for the Rangers. Now, the Boston Bruins. Now, this was a team I didn't know what they were going to do, and they did the perfect thing they could have ever have done. Adding Dmitry Orlov was, I didn't see this coming. I saw people were saying he's Dmitry Orlov, Bobby Orr, and I think that's hilarious. He's already gotten 5 points in 3 games that he's played with them or something like that. So he's doing incredible. Garnet Hathaway I saw got at least a point the other night, and bringing on Tyler Bertuzzi onto this team. The Bruins were already the best team I think that has ever been built in the NHL. They're the fastest team in history to amass 100 points in a season, and I think they're going to break the Lightning and the Red Wings record for 62-19 and 2 or something like that is the record. I think they're going to beat it. I don't know. I don't know if anyone else is saying that out there, but I've planted it already before, and I'm saying it again. I think the Bruins are going to break that record without a doubt in my mind, and just adding Orlov and Bertuzzi to already stacked team of the Boston Bruins is a fantastic obviously it's a fantastic move. That goes without saying, but it is just, this team is incredible. Just absolutely incredible. And going to the playoffs, these guys are going to be perfect for the playoffs. Orlov, of course, has so much playoff experience being from the Washington Capitals. Tyler Bertuzzi brings a hunger for the playoffs and a grittiness and an agitation and a fire inside of a guy that's going to go in the playoffs and try to grab that brass ring in the NHL playoffs that he has never experienced before. At least I don't believe so. At least with the I know he's only been with the Red Wings, but I don't think he was a rookie when they last went in. So, great chance for Tyler Bertuzzi. And then we move. So good job for the Bruins. All just fantastic. New Jersey Devils. Now they win not because they were super crazy like the New York Rangers and the Boston Bruins adding in a ton of players, but what they did add was Timo Meier, an impact player that I think people know. People know Timo Meier is a fantastic player, but I don't think people realize just how fantastic he is. He's going to be such an impact on this team, and I know, not like I have a following, but if you have seen me talk about him before, I always bring up, he recorded the fastest speed in the NHL last season in an NHL game. This guy, he beat out McCarr, McDavid, Larkin, Barzal. He beat everyone in a NHL game. And this guy, 35 goal scorer, he's only going to get better with the New Jersey Devils, probably being paired with Hughes or Bratt. And, I mean, just this impact is going to be amazing. But not only that did they bring on Meyer, but they got him for nothing. I mean, I know they gave up technically a lot, but draft picks not really. And the prospects they gave up in Shakur Megadolin, however you say his crazy name, and Oichiktiuk or whatever, something like that, they didn't have to give up Dawson Mercer or Nemec or Alexander Holtz. They didn't have to give up any of their top guys in this trade, which is nuts for what they actually got in return, which is an RFA this offseason. So even if they don't re-sign him, they have his rights. Another team try to offer sheet him. Sure, they let him win, and they get those draft picks in return. I mean, what they did for getting Meyer, was just, that is a grand slam right there. You got him for basically nothing. Okay, maybe not basically nothing, but for what you could have got, you got him on like a 95% off sale, basically. So, amazing for the Devils, and especially going into the playoffs, Timo Meier is going to be a really big impact, especially in the Sharks playoff run, and especially for the New Jersey Devils. They have no playoff experience, basically, on this team, other than an Andre Palat and, I guess, Dougie Hamilton. But other than them, for the most part, their top guys, at least, don't really have that. And they bring in a guy who's definitely been experienced in the playoffs in the past, in Timo Meier and the Sharks. So, great move by the Devils. Then we've got the Ottawa Senators. Now, I'm seeing some weird mixed views on the Jakob Chychrun trade, which I talked about already in my Chychrun video. But I feel like people are underrating this trade for the Senators, I guess. I don't know. But for me, Ottawa, they're not renting this offseason, right? This trade deadline. They're not getting rentals. They got a core piece. And not only did they get a core piece, but they went when, like, Kohl's was doing their 85% off all clearance sale. Like, they went to Goodwill, and they found one of those prizes that, like, you go in there and you don't know what people actually donated away that actually cost thousands of dollars. And not only did you find it at Goodwill, but it's actually Yellow Tag Day, and it's a yellow tag. That is what the Ottawa Senators did with getting Jakob Chychrun. They got him for basically nothing. Basically nothing. And especially for how much hype there was around getting him. And with the conditions on the picks, they might even give up less, kind of, technically, than what they could have given, if you understand what I'm trying to say. So, in this whole trade, the Ottawa Senators made out like bandits. They get a core, amazing defenseman who led the NHL in defensemen in goals in the 2020-21 season. Fantastic move by the Senators, and Dorian said that he was throwing his team a bone. They were asking to make some trade deadline pickups because they deserve it, and he did. He picked up Chychrun, and he's going to be there. He's not a rental. He's there for a few more seasons with this team growing, and I bet by the final year of the contract, which I believe is in 2 years, as in not the year next, but the year after, in 24-25, he will. I think this team will be a complete playoff team, and that's a great move. Great move for Chychrun. Not great for the Coyotes, but great move by the Senators. And then we've got the Maple Leafs, who were not going to be on this team, but after doing some research for this video and taking some other people's views on things, I decided, you know what the hell, they actually did more than I kind of gave them credit for. So, the Maple Leafs problem for all these years past, obviously offense isn't the problem. I mean, it was depth-wise, but down up front, actually producing, not really the problem. The problem has always been defense, goaltending, and that's it. And what they did is they bring in Ryan O'Reilly, who's known for his two-way game and winning the Conn Smythe, so he can produce offense when he's on fire, and he's capable on defense, that to go out there and eat minutes. He played one-on-one against, I mean, not very successfully, but he could hold off the Colorado Avalanche last year with the St. Louis Blues. He was out there so many times that when they were in their own zone to try to shut down their top guys, and he kind of did it not super effectively, but to the best of his ability. And with the Maple Leafs team, who I think is better than the Blues, I think, especially with the they're not going to, well, whatever. Perfect move for the Maple Leafs, bringing on a guy that's super capable of defense, and he's a forward. So good move bringing him on. But also Jake McCabe and Eric Gustafsson. They're bringing on better defensemen back there as well. So Jake McCabe especially being a +6 on the Blackhawks. He's doing something obviously correct with that team on an abysmal team. A +6 is not bad at all for a defenseman of all people. And on the Blackhawks, so Jake McCabe, he's doing things right, and he brings a super defensive attitude to this Maple Leafs team that really needs it, that really absolutely is needing that for their team. So great move. I think I didn't give him enough credit in the back of my mind, but finally some reports today, I was like, you know what? They have a point. They did address their problems. So good job for the Maple Leafs. And then some honorable mentions. The Hurricanes, they didn't do enough for me to really think that they're a winner, but I like the moves they made, bringing in Jesse Puljujarvi, giving him a chance to produce on this team. And the Hurricanes, they're already so stacked, they can give a guy a chance, throw him a bone, and see if he can go run with it. If he doesn't, it's not a big deal. If he does, then it's a home run for the Hurricanes, as well as picking up Shane Gostisbehere, who already scored a goal against his former team. People don't realize how fantastic he is. Shane Gostisbehere, he underrated by a landslide. Watch out for him in the playoffs. I'm telling you right now. If you've made it this far, watch out for him. And then the Nashville Predators as well. Not really for like the superstar moves they made, but they did, I guess. They also made out like bandits. They robbed the Tampa Bay Lightning with Tanner Jeannot's trade. Even if well, I guess it kind of depends, but regardless of Jeannot, if he is just in his sophomore slump and he bounced back next year, it is still a pretty good trade for them. And the trades for Michael Granlund, how much they brought back onto this team, this trade deadline was fantastic. So great job for the Predators and their retiring GM in Poyle, giving his successor a fresh plate to work with. And then two players I wanted to give winners to. I wanted to say it to all of them, but Timo Meier, he big winner this trade deadline. He's going to a team that can succeed, and he's a young guy. He deserves to be on a team like that. So Meier being a winner this trade, I forgot to write him on the board. But Patrick Kane and Vladimir Tarasenko, both at the end of their current contracts, and being a chance to run with the New York Rangers. For one, Tarasenko, he's going to get, with how well he's going to already playing with the New York Rangers, will probably get him a pretty good deal at some team. I don't know where, but I wouldn't guess the Rangers, but I guess, who knows? Well, actually, I don't think it'd be possible. No, I don't think it'd happen. But the Vladimir Tarasenko getting a chance to show off what he can do and get a big contract at the end of the season. And Patrick Kane as well, going on one of his few last Stanley Cup runs, or who knows. I remember reading at one point, like years ago, that Patrick Kane, apparently some sports psychologist or something, said that Patrick Kane, the way he plays and his ability, that apparently he theorized that he could play till he was like 50. I guess, I don't know, I remember reading something like that. I swear to God, you can look it up, look online for, like, Patrick Kane, like, playing age or something, and I bet it'll pop up. There's some article written that Patrick Kane, his physical fit, his body type, I guess he's like he could play till he's really old, I guess. So, yeah, but there's also one name I forgot to put on this board because I gave him his own whole board, and that's me, because I, Owen, got 100 subscribers because of the trade deadline. Thank you all for giving. I mean, I don't know if any of you that are actually subscribed or watching this video, or if it gotten to this point, but for those of you that have, I thank you, and I also am the winner of this trade deadline, because without this trade deadline, I wouldn't have gotten to 100 subscribers. It's given me a light I guess, I mean, I've always had a light. I mean, you can tell I'm always lit up by my light here, but also my passion, my energy. I've always been wanting to create stuff. I hated saying that. It sounded very cliche. I don't usually talk like that. But my energy, my excitement to actually create things, getting 100 subscribers on the hockey channel, of all things, has made me super excited that I'm going to start doing more things and venturing out to other categories as well, and including gaming, which I've got planned coming up with my friend from the original, when this channel was called The Party Package. There's going to be another party package. I got a whole Owen Reviews channel that I'm going to change the name of, but I'm going to start reviewing things on there, and I also want to start creating actual cinematic things, I guess, if you want to call them that, like, actual, like, scripted content, I guess. I don't really like calling it that, though. I don't know how else to say it, though. So, thank you all for getting me to 100. If you're watching this at this point, I know this video is going a little long to 16 minutes, but thank you so much, and thank you for watching this. And if you gotten this point, please, get me. I'm halfway to 200 now because of the 100. So help me get to 200 then. And other than that, thank you for watching this. Feel free to subscribe. Get me to 200. We're at 101 right now, so we're actually 99. We're more than halfway there. And to 200. I'm failing at this outro now. And until next time, I hope you liked this video. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. And until next time, too sweet. I hope your team did well in the deadline. And until next time, I guess, ta-ta for now.